Hi, Boris from Lab 107 here. In today's video I'm going to show you how to connect your particle board to the cloud, because you need a cloud to flash code to the board, and if you want to get to the cloud you obviously need to have a proper internet connection, and the Photon Particle board connects to the internet using Wi-Fi. And I'm going to show you how to connect to your Wi-Fi at home. First, you need the proper tools. In this particular case, go to particle.io, choose developers, and you have an option here, CLI. I think it stands for command line interface. And then head to installing instructions. If you're using macOS or Linux, you choose this section, and I'm using Windows, so I can download CLI installer and run it. I already have it installed. It's a pretty basic setup. And then once you installed, open your command prompt, and you will do all the commands here. If you type particle, you gain access to the particle command line interface, where you have all those commands for your device. And let's talk about device. Here, if you're not connected to the cloud, your RGB LED is probably blinking fast green. It means that it cannot connect to the Wi-Fi network. And in order to do a setup for the Wi-Fi, you need to go into setup mode. And to get there, you would probably, if you're using Photon Red board from SparkFun, you have the mode button. If you are using genuine particle device, it probably says, it's the same button, but it says setup instead of mode. Nevertheless, you press that button, whether it's mode or setup, press and hold until RGB LED turns blinking blue. Once it starts blinking blue, release it. Check it out. I'm holding, and now I release this. Now the board is in a setup mode where you can execute specific commands in the command line interface, and that command would be particle serial Wi-Fi. It asks, should I scan for nearby Wi-Fi networks? You choose yes. And now from the list of the networks, you choose the one that I cannot see here. Let me just cancel it. Sometimes the scanning doesn't work, so I'm gonna restart it. And should I scan? Still not here. If it's not there, you can type it manually. SSID is, in my case, lab IOT, and the password would be the one I have here. Don't worry, it's a public password, so everybody knows it. And now the device will restart, and check it on the board. This means that it's connected to the cloud. If it's blinking, breathing cyan, light blue, it's also okay. But in this particular case, this is breathing white or magenta. It's breathing magenta. It means that no firmware is running on my board currently. That's kind of a default state. And that's it for connection to the Wi-Fi. There's only one more thing to do. Particle login, to check if you're logged in or not. I will just check if my account is logged in, and I'm successfully logged in. It means that my CLI is also connected to the board, and then you can do all the things you want with the CLI. That's it. See you next video. Bye.